Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Saturday. Haven't done a Saturday video in a while as far as I remember. I wanted to talk a little bit about another channel that's the name starts with JunkWax. It's JunkWaxInvestor. I'm going to get to that in a minute. First of all, a couple of pickups. I bought this Wander Franco Topps rookie autographed, an in-person autograph. It's obviously not a normal Topps autograph modern, and paid very little for it considering the risk and that it's not certified or authenticated, and thought it was a great pickup. And then this one is the blue Yaz 2022 Topps Pristine. This is it's numbered to 75, and I said a couple months ago, I want to get my first rainbow. It makes sense to have my first rainbow be of Yaz, and so now I have the gold and I don't remember, I should have dug them out, but the blue and another one too. So the base, I don't remember. So I'm enjoying that. Tuesday is my live stream, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to bring on some people to talk about how much I appreciate their help. I have some special guests, Mike Moynihan, Chris Sewell, and some others. Sammy Thunder will be here, Danny Black, Robert Sagati. I'll do a giveaway as well as part of it, so I hope you're there. You can click on the notify me on that live stream already. Let's talk about JunkWaxInvestor. JunkWaxInvestor has been around for a while, has 17,000 subscribers. They've done 580 videos. So it's a very popular channel. They do top 25 selling cards, magazines, and all kinds of variety of cards. So you might see a top 25 selling hockey cards on eBay last week, top 25 selling basketball cards on eBay last week. And they do a lot of them. They're popular, man. And when I first got back into collecting several years ago, I watched a lot of their videos and still do occasionally when it's something new. They were doing 150,000 to 200,000 views per month, which is huge numbers. People watch those videos in droves, and it was a very, very popular channel. You read through the comments, people were passionate about the guy behind it. And, I don't think people watch that type of content just to watch the content. You kind of grow attached to the YouTuber, even if you don't know them. I've never seen the guy's face. I don't even know his name. And I've done a lot of research in the past week or two trying to figure out who he is. But people grow attached to the personalities. If somebody were to buy Chris Sewell's channel and do the same material, would it be the same? No. Telling the same stories, it wouldn't have the same attraction, because the personality is what you are drawn to. You might see that the thumbnail or the title and say, oh, I want to watch this. But if it's bad delivery, you're not going to come back. And so I think he was Canadian too, this guy, the JunkWaxInvestor. He had what I feel was a Canadian accent, and he knew a lot about cards. He would put out the top 25 lists, and he would make comments on what was an odd sale. He would tell you it was the most it had sold for in a long time, or the lowest it had sold for in a long time. He would tell you a little background behind certain cards that you may not know about. It was a really good channel, and then it wasn't all of a sudden. And the views have plummeted. The number of subscribers added have plummeted. He was adding like 1,000 new subscribers every month for over a year. And then in June added only 100. 100 gained subscribers, a net new 100, because a lot of people left the channel and not a lot of people joined. Obviously still 100 new subscribers, but when it was adding 1,000 a month, to only add 100 is pretty surprising. And it only got so after getting a couple 100,000 views for a month up through January, it only got about 130,000 views in February and March, which is still a ton. I've never gotten 130,000 views in a month. But then in June, it only got 57,000 views. So what happened? The videos started showing up with no personality and a different voice. And they in the description, it explains that it was bought. The channel was bought by the publisher's desk or the publisher desk. The publisher desk owns Nerdable, which is a website that does something, and it also owns other sports sites like Sports Not, whatever that is. The website talks about how they are optimized for revenue, which is exactly what every YouTube viewer wants to see. I am not optimized for revenue. If I were, my channel would be a lot better than it is now, at least visually more appealing. And I don't know, I've never focused on that type of thing. I focus on the content. And the voice, I believe, of JunkWaxInvestor now is an AI created voice. And I'm pretty sure the script, so they grab the top 25 sales from eBay and then they dump those cards into like a chat GPT type of program, I think, and have it spit out a script. It's not good. It's bad. To their credit, there have been hundreds of angry comments in the last few weeks telling them what's wrong, and they are listening. They are commenting back saying, thank you for this feedback, and they are improving it. But people are still mad. People are mad about it. And I get it. It's actually impressive that they're trying to make some changes. It makes me wonder who's behind it. I tried. The guy who wrote the article, so they turned the script into an article on Nerdable, written by Dwayne Beckett. I reached out to Dwayne Beckett. I got no response. I reached out to the publisher desk. I got no response. I reached out to the old social media for JunkWaxInvestor on Facebook, which hasn't been updated for months. I got no response. I reached out to the old JunkWaxInvestor Instagram, which hasn't been updated in months. I didn't hear back. I've tried. If you know who they are, who the old person is, and who the new person is, I'm much more interested in talking to the old owner of JunkWaxInvestor. If you know that person's name, if you know how to contact them, let me know. I really would love to have them on to talk about, first of all, I have no problem with him selling his channel. I think it's awesome. I tried doing an estimate of how much money he made from that, and every website I found that talks about how much you can sell your channel for says 3 times your annual revenue. So I tried estimating how much revenue he was making, and my guess is conservatively, without any sponsors, between $1,000 and $1,500 per month. So you're talking conservatively $15,000 per year. So he may have sold the channel for $45,000 or more. Remember, this is a conservative estimate. $45,000, that's a big amount of money. That would be huge. I'm not selling my channel, and I wouldn't be able to sell it for that much money. And I wouldn't sell it for $45,000 unless I really needed the money. But I'm happy for the guy. I really am. That's life-changing money. You got a kid in college, boom, there's a year, just 2 years of college, maybe, depending on where you're going. You can pay off some debt. There's so much you can do with it. So I am not critical at all of JunkWaxInvestor selling his channel. I would just love to talk about it and what the process was like. What did they promise him? They have said, the new owners have said that they're in touch with the old owner about making improvements. And so I'm curious about those behind the scenes things, and I think that you guys would be too. It seems to me that if I'm right about it being an AI voice, they're trying to make the voice sound like his as much as they can. Go listen to it. JunkWaxInvestor, it seems like if you go back like a month or two and watch any of the older videos, the newer videos sound like they're trying to sound like him. To me, the new videos are too fast. Like the script is just, they're blowing through the script so fast, and the little things they put up like pop report, it's so small and so fast on the screen. Plus they, instead of saying pop, like Pop Report, they say Pops, and they get a lot of little things wrong. They don't know cards, and that's one of the big complaints, is that they're putting in cards in their videos that don't really make sense. Like somebody bought a Juan Uribe 1990 Fleer, I think it is. They might include that, $3,000, when everybody knows that's not a real sale. And the old owner wouldn't have included that either, I don't believe. But that's the type of thing, and I'm not saying they included that, but that's the type of thing they seem to be including because they just don't know cards like the old owner did, and it's bad. I hope they continue improving. I won't be watching. I'll go and check it out occasionally, but it's I want to know what your thoughts are on the new JunkWaxInvestor. Again, I have no problem with him selling it. I think it's great for him and his family. If it did them some good, that's awesome. Let me know in comments. Thanks, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the latest edition of Clearing the Bases, where I go through all kinds of collectibles news. Thanks for watching.